What is going on, Not So Pro Nation? We're back with another episode, and today we're talking all about Julio Jones, baby. That's the talk of the town right now. We're going to give you our input on what teams he could potentially land on and why. Guys, it's going to be a fun show. Hopefully, you guys stick around. There'll probably be a couple more arguments, but go ahead, grab some hot fries, sit back, and relax. Be strong. All right, that's right.
Yeah.
let's get into it, you guys. How y'all doing?
Doing good.
Doing amazing.
Ooh, man, I feel good.
Hot fries? Are you sure hot fries?
Hot fries, dude. That's the official snack of NSP football talk.
I don't know. I'm a Takis guy, I guess.
You're a Takis guy?
Takis guy.
Hey, you say it right.
Takis.
That's right. Hey, guys. As you guys know, we were not live yesterday. Yesterday was Memorial Day. Hello, Nestor. Thank you for joining us live. Yesterday was Memorial Day, so we want to give thanks to everyone who has served and everyone who has served in the past as well. Thank you all. We do appreciate everyone who is in the service and who was in the service. So thank you. I think we all say thank you, right?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Aplauso. Yeah, that's right. We wouldn't be here without you. I mean, shoot, man. It's a privilege to be here. It's a privilege to be talking to y'all, to be able to be here in front of a computer screen, a camera. I mean, this is a privilege for all of us. Thank you guys. Love to be here in America. Also want to give a special thanks to Adam Vinatieri. He went ahead and retired from the Indianapolis Colts. Best kicker known to man. Good job, you guys. I mean, that guy has a leg on him and a legacy now. And a pretty big bank account.
Four-time Super Bowl champion and the #1 leading scorer in NFL history.
How long was it? 25 years?
I believe so, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Wow.
Insane.
Yep.
Me.
That's not it, though. There's a lot that happened recently, guys, so there's a lot to be appreciative about. Like, for one, you got Phil Mickelson. He wins his sixth major title, a PGA championship, the oldest to ever win that title. So, I mean, that's amazing. He's 50 years old, and he won a PGA championship at that age. That's honestly amazing. It was a treat for me to watch. I know it was a treat for a lot of other people to watch. So congratulations in the golf world, Phil Mickelson. So thank you so much there. Also, in the baseball world, we're going to give a huge shout out to Fernando Tatis Jr. He came back in the 9th inning, almost getting hit by a fastball. I mean, this guy almost did a split. He tried to maneuver that ball. Man, that guy is flexible. He's a magician out there. But huge shout out because in the 9th inning, he came in clutch. Right after he almost got hit, he went ahead and smacked a 3-run home run for a comeback win against the Astros. That's never happened before in Minute Maid Park, so he made history there. So congratulations, Tatis. But you don't need any congratulations. I mean, you're one of the best players in the league. You're on the show, the cover of MLB, the show. Gabe was actually there at the game.
I was at the game. He totally ruined the experience. It was a waste of money just because of him. And I know he's going to be watching this later, so thanks a lot, guy. I appreciate you ruining that special moment I had with my girlfriend. Thank you. All jokes aside, awesome game. It was amazing. It was cool to see him play. And hopefully in the near future, go see him again.
Yeah, I mean, I love going to baseball games. So huge shout out to the baseball industry. I mean, you should be happy, Gabe. You just witnessed freaking history there. Hey, what's going on, Mr. Benitez? Hey, you know what, guys? You know what? Let's go ahead and give him a round of applause for being retired. So it's tradition. Let's give Mr. Benitez a round of applause. Thank you so much. You were always the GOAT there. I mean, you changed a lot of lives, and I love watching you play the trombone out there on Facebook, especially when someone's birthday. So we do watch that. That is awesome. Thank you so much for joining us live. I'm glad to see you here. And thank you for everything that you've done, not just for us, but for the community of La Feria. So thank you, Mr. Benitez. Always. Also, we want to give you guys updates on what's going on. So now, I'm pretty sure you guys have heard the Paul brothers. They're boxing, right? So this upcoming week on June 6th, you got Logan Paul up against Money Mayweather. So that's just a money game. You know, there's going to be tons of rules. I don't think it's been announced, but in the football world, Ocho Cinco, I don't know if you remember that name, but he has a match that day. It hasn't been announced who, but he will be fighting that day. Yeah, I see your face, Gabe. He's going to be there.
I remember him talking about it, but I didn't know who it was against. I'm sure he's keeping it a secret, but I hope it's Brandon Marshall. I hope he knocks him out. That'd be great.
Whatever it is, it's going to be entertaining no matter what. So that's going to be fun. Just announced Jake Paul, his brother, is going to be facing Tyron Woodley August 26th. He's back at it, you guys. He's going to fight another retired fighter. Hi, Reed, and guys. What's up, Billy? Haven't seen you in a while. Haven't talked to you in a while. Appreciate you being here. Thank you for joining the podcast. But, man, there's a lot to look forward to, guys. A lot happened this past week. But we are here to talk about Julio Jones. There's been a lot of talks. And after today, you guys, I wouldn't be surprised if it happens tomorrow. It could also happen in 2 weeks. But Julio Jones is going to find himself a new home. We're waiting until after June 1st. Today is June 1st. So tomorrow, it's open season, baby. It's open season for every team. So right now, I rank the top five teams that he could potentially land and why he could land there. And I, for one, I think it's a good top five. I did struggle a lot with my fifth option because there's so many good teams out there, so many potential trades that could happen for Julio that you just never know. You never know. So I'm going to dive right into it. Enough talk. We're done talking. We're talking about Julio Jones now. So number 5, I'm going from 5 down to 1. Number 5, I have the New England Patriots. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you viewers have heard the talks. You see Gabriel representing there. You viewers have heard the talks of him talking to New England, him talking to the Titans, to Seattle recently. But number 5, I have New England. And that was a tough spot because it was really hard to place him there. There's a couple other teams I had. But Julio, he has expressed interest into playing with Cam Newton. According to NBC Sports, in the past, Julio, he saw Cam twice a year for 9 seasons. That's from 2011 to 2019 when Cam Newton was a franchise QB for the Panthers. So he's always liked Cam Newton ever since college when they faced off in the Iron Bowl. So there's a lot of history there. And when they asked Julio Jones why Cam Newton, he's basically said, because Matt Ryan, word for word, Matt Ryan lost a little zing in his deep ball. And for me, as a fan, I ask, is Cam Newton really that much better?
No. I would take the floor from here, obviously, because I'm a big Patriots fan. Cam Newton can't get the ball out, but he does not have a deep ball anymore. Now, last season, obviously, was a huge fiasco for the Patriots. Cam Newton's back after, I think, a year and a half of being injured. So, I don't know. I can't really say he doesn't have it no more because we haven't seen him fully healthy or fully back. But I would definitely pick Matt Ryan over Cam Newton any day out of the week.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Without a doubt.
I mean, me too. Matt Ryan, he's a solid QB. His years are numbered now, but I still think he's a better QB. Way better.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But the decision isn't only about the quarterback. It's going to be about the whole team.
Right. He wants to go to a team that's competing. Offensively, they look good. Defensively, they could be in a Pee-wee league. But right now, the deal with the Falcons is that they're in financial double hockey sticks, man. They are in deep, and they need to find a way to make money. They haven't even signed Kyle Pitts yet. They can't afford him. How bad is it you can't afford a draft pick? They are in desperate need of getting some revenue in, and what better way than to part ways with Julio Jones? I mean, you just got to bite the bullet. That's what you got to do.
Yeah. I think for the Patriots, this trade would work out perfect for the Patriots in only this way. Is just if we trade away Gilmore and Julio just straight up. But Gilmore is a little bit of a hefty price tag on him too. Former defensive player of the year, great physical corner. The thing that makes him so good is his fundamentals. He knows how to play good. He's really not hard on himself, but he expects himself to go out there and perform. So the Falcons obviously lacking defense. A good corner like Gilmore would be perfect. And I mean, the only thing that has this not so is because Julio wants to go to a winning team. The Patriots are a ticking time bomb right now. We don't know if they're going to do spectacular or if they're just going to go to the shitter this year. So we don't know yet. So that's the only thing that has it like teeter-tottering like that, in my opinion.
Yeah, I just think Julio would be a good fit here. I mean, with the wide receivers they have, like Nelson Aguilar, he's just coming in. Kendrick Bourne, Jacoby Myers is a smaller guy, so they do need that big guy that can go out there, just run a deep post or just a straight route to the end zone and catch ball. I mean, and Julio Jones has always had that, but lately he's been dealing with hamstring injuries. So I mean, the Patriots really don't need him at wide receiver, but if he is healthy, who wouldn't want him?
I mean, that's true. Yeah, who wouldn't want Julio Jones? That's a big name. He is an alpha receiver. He would make a change in any offense, even if it's just teaching these young bucks or seasoned wide receivers a few things or two. Like Kendrick Bourne, that guy has a lot of potential. He just can't hold on to balls. So there's a lot to be taught there, and I feel like he could really thrive there with Bill Belichick being the head coach. But I don't see Cam Newton. I don't see Jones either really having that oomph to get it to him when there's tight spaces or when the game is on the line. I don't see that happening. I think we're all good there. On to number 4.
Yes, sir.
All right, number 4 I have, and this is just a pro call. I have the San Francisco 49ers, and you guys cannot say, oh, you just say that because he's a Niners fan. I'm going to spit out straight facts, so make sure you guys put some respect on my name. So the 49ers, they could possibly one alpha wide receiver. I'm going to say alpha a lot because that's what he is. He's an alpha wide receiver away from having an elite offense. They currently have $17.6 million in the salary cap space. So that is a little tight for Julio because Julio, he's due $15.3 million. But here's the deal. The Niners have not yet signed their draft class. Just like the Falcons, they have not yet signed them. So that's going to hurt them a little bit. So after they do sign these guys, they're going to roughly be around the $10 million range in cap space. But the only way that could happen is if they restructure some contracts. So maybe restructure some Jimmy G or restructure D Ford or maybe just cut them completely. And honestly, if Jimmy G was given that talk, that would be for his best interest. If the Niners sign Julio Jones, he would be dancing in the streets, man, because that's going to make him look good, possibly get re-signed with the Niners or get an even bigger contract somewhere else. For his best interest, he would do it to sign Julio Jones. But we never know what's going to happen. And remember, Kyle Shanahan, he drafted Julio Jones. I don't know if y'all knew that, but he drafted Julio Jones, and he loves his former players. Look in the past when he's been with the Niners. He brought back Tevin Coleman. He has Alex Mack now as their center. He's had Mohamed Sanu twice now. Now he's back with the Niners. And I remember when Julio Jones and Sanu were a unit, I love seeing them on the field. I don't think it's going to happen again where we see both of them on the field again in the same team. But just to show that Shanahan always carries a love for his former teammates. And when asked the question, what do you look for when it comes to wide receiver? He says you look for a Julio Jones. And he said the same thing about a QB. You look for an Aaron Rodgers. Those are the type of guys he likes. And if he says if there's an Aaron Rodgers or a Julio Jones that's available, he's going to go out and try to get it. So what do y'all think?
I think that would be a really good fit. The only thing is, do you think Julio will stay there after a year or after his contract is done, which is obviously a little bit out of the thought right now. But if you're looking for a long-term good receiver for the Niners for the next few years, you think he's gonna want to stay there and be there with the team even after a year or two? That's the only thing that I have a question. I think he's one of the players where he's gonna be like, hell, if I have a great year this year with the Niners, other teams are going to be more want to pursue me even more, and he might just dip and leave like other players do. but I think he would be a good fit for the Niners because I think if Jimmy G gets out there and he gets on a roll and he's throwing to Julio and they're connecting, that gives confidence to Jimmy G a lot to get the ball out faster, more deep balls, more play action to set up the pass. So that's the reason why I think he's good for the Niners for that reason. But it's just like you get scared that he'll just want to get up and leave and go to another team.
I would have to disagree there with you, Gabe. I definitely think he would be perfect on the Niners. No one's going to say that he would be bad. I mean, Jimmy G's a respectable quarterback, not someone you maybe want for forever. People on the Niners are looking at Trey Lance for forever, but in my mind, when you're trading for Julio Jones, a 32-year-old receiver who has injury problems, you're really just looking at him for 2 to 3 years just to get you to that championship, to make you win that championship. So in the way I look at it, you're looking at him for 2 years and that's it. If there's something that happens afterwards, that's awesome, but you're not really looking for a long-term receiver when you're trading for him. So that's how I think that's where most GMs' thought processes are. 2 years, maybe 3, try to win a championship, and then part ways.
Yeah, a lot of players do that.
Exactly. I mean, right now, the 49ers are a Super Bowl contender if they can stay healthy with all the players they have, both offensively and defensively. So adding another monster at wide receiver like Julio Jones would be the perfect fit. So I don't think he'd be a player that sticks around more than 2 years. I say this year, if he does sign with the Niners, he'll sign a 1-year deal, and then they might try to restructure depending on how he does this upcoming year and see if they can get him for another year if they don't win a championship with him. But of course, if they do win a championship the first year that he's there, I feel like he would maybe want to stay, but maybe he'd get other offers from other areas for more money.
What he's doing, he's cashing in on himself. He's going to go to a team that can compete to make himself look better. He's really good. So if he balls out this year, same situation as Jimmy G. He balls out, signs for 1 year, balls out. There's going to be a lot more money coming his way. So that's what he's doing. He's cashing on himself. He's betting on himself, knowing that he's going to be playing really good at that elite level still. So that's just all he's doing. And yeah, the Niners have a lot of weapons. They have a great coaching staff. So I think that could happen over there. Eddie Benitez, I just want to follow up with what you said. He has picked up a lot of former Redskins, kind of like Pierre Garcon. And when Shanahan's first year was there, I liked the guy. I just didn't work out. Juan Bravo says that he would like to see him in the Ravens. I, for one, would not. That would look really good. And I don't want to see them look good. I don't want to see the Ravens look good. I don't know who does.
Nobody does. There you go. That's
no
good.
one. No one does.
Sorry for all you Ravens fans out there, but no
yeah.
one.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, not sorry.
Can we possibly see a Shanahan and Julio Jones connection once again? I think that would be amazing. I feel like we won't really use Julio Jones as much because then you're cutting down passes on George Kittle. You're cutting down passes on Brandon Ayuk. And we're a running team. We're a run-first team, especially even if we do have Trey Lance back there, we're still a run-first team. That's just how it's going to be. That's the Shanahan way. But
so you use them in packages then, you're saying?
No, we'll still have them there, kind of like how we use Emmanuel Sanders. We brought in Emmanuel Sanders just to have that deep threat. So, Oh yeah. So it does impact the field when the Niners are on offense. So yeah. I think they're using the same way. All right, guys. Going on to number 3, we have. Let's see, get the banner out. Tennessee Titans, baby. Tighten up.
Tighten up.
Tighten up.
Tighten up.
So the Titans. They're in a very similar situation as the Niners. They're very low in the salary cap, and they even admitted that it would not be a financial fit for them. However, they did lose wide receiver Corey Davis, and they also lost tight end Jonnu Smith this offseason. So now who are they relying on? A.J. Brown? That guy is awesome, but you can't put the whole load on him. Their championship window is open now, and if they still want to be contending for that Super Bowl, they need to find any way to sign Julio Jones. And any organization that you are in, doesn't matter how deep you are in the salary cap, if you really want a player, you could find there's possibilities to find a way to sign that player.
The
I
thing with
agree.
the Tigers,
I mean, go ahead.
go for it. I'm sorry, brother.
Okay, and I was gonna say, like, I agree. I mean, if you have the capability of moving stuff around or cutting some players that are not going to be as vital as Julio Jones would be, I mean, right now on offense they have Derrick Henry, the rushing leader for this past year, AJ Brown, who's an animal, and he's barely in his second year in the NFL league. I mean, Josh Reynolds. I mean, Des Fitzpatrick. They definitely need help at that wide receiver group. So I wouldn't be opposed to saying that this is a bad fit, because having AJ Brown on one side and Julio Jones on another, like, that's versatility right there. And then Derrick Henry in the backfield. I mean, that's triple threat right there, along with Tannehill, who had a pretty good year last year.
Yeah.
That's true. So my issue with the Titans, and before I go and I run my mouth and I rant and I just bring Titans fans down, I want you guys to know I love you guys. I love Ryan Tannehill. He's a Texas boy out of Lubbock. Went to Texas A&M.
Yeehaw.
You know, yeehaw, you can go Maggies, you know me. And but the Titans are just not the team to go out and win it all. They're a winning team, but they're not a win it all team. I don't see the Titans making a Super Bowl in the next million years. I'm so sorry. I just they're just one of those teams that just won't ever make it. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. They had that year where they beat the Patriots, they beat the Ravens, and they fell short. That's the only reason why I don't think. And they just lost too many players this offseason on the offense. I know they still have great wide receivers as AJ Brown. That guy's a freaking stud. I love that guy. But I just don't think the Titans have it anymore. I think this year they'll have a winning season. I mean, of course, because they're in a really bad division. But I think they're a first-round knockout in the postseason.
Ooh, ouch.
Whoa.
Sorry, I had to say it. I'm going to be the guy to say it. I love you guys, though.
Wow. So let me give you all a situation. If the Titans do not sign Julio Jones, are they still a threat in the air?
No.
No? Not at all?
50-50.
No, there's no 50-50. It's a yes or a no. They got A.J. Brown. That's it.
I say yes. They're still a threat. I would
say yes.
Yeah.
In the air. I'm not talking with Derek. I'm in the air.
Oh, in the air?
Yes, with Tannehill, A.J. Brown. No?
Mediocre team at best. In the air, then.
Yeah.
At best.
The only thing, AJ Brown will get close to 1,000. He might even break it barely, but nobody else is going to come close to 1,000. So they're not going to be a really heavy passing team. It's going to go through Derrick Henry, and then if he gets hurt, it's just downhill from there. There's no stars to take away from AJ Brown and Derrick Henry. The linebackers will take care of Derrick Henry if they can, and the corners are just going to put the best guy, hover a safety over him, and he'll make spectacular catches, but it won't be something that's very consistent.
I have to say, AJ, you said it best. The AJ Brown cannot carry the whole load on the passing. I mean, you got to remember, Tennessee runs through Derrick Henry. He's the guy. He's the show. He's the one that wears the shoes out there. He's the team.
Yes, they should have kept Corey Davis, but just like many teams, because of the salary cap that was in play, they can't afford him. They can't afford a lot of players, so they had to get rid of a lot. They even announced that they can't afford Julio Jones. But they should find a way if they want to still remain a threat offensively. So for you fantasy players, if they do not sign Julio Jones, do not pick up A.J. Brown. Bust. Pick him out.
Not even the late rounds?
Pick him up as a backup.
There we go.
Backup.
You lost me there.
Hey, man. Hey, thank you, Jalen, for watching. Yeah, if they can't get Julio Jones, the Titans, I see it. They're going to be the next Steelers. Juju can't do it by himself.
There
He
we
can't do it
go.
by himself.
That's basically
And
it.
yeah. So I'm telling all you viewers, all you hundreds of viewers out there right now, if you're listening, first round draft pick, you pick up Derrick Henry. He's going to carry the whole load. The whole team's going to be on his back. You pick him up, you're going to win. Guarantee it.
There we
If
go.
not, I'll pay for your buy-in.
Hey, that's a lot of money.
I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding.
About to pick him up if I get first pick.
I'm joking, guys. Come on, guys. All right, number 2 for the top 5 of Julio Jones on where he's going to go. I'm super excited about this one, guys, because I don't think anyone would probably guess this. I am picking at number 2 the Cleveland Browns. Now check this out, you guys. When you talk about the Cleveland Browns, Benny, I hope you're watching because you're the only Browns fan in the whole world. So please hear me out here and get excited because when you're talking about the Browns, they could potentially have a 3-headed monster in the wide receiver core. You could have Jarvis Landry, OBJ coming back off of injury, and then Julio Jones. Oh my gosh, Guyathan, man, that is insane. And then we don't stop there. The Browns don't stop there. At tight end, they have Austin Hooper. Sheesh. Oh, wait. I'm not done yet. Running back, you have Nick Chubb. Sheesh. Oh, my gosh. Dude, this offense can make any quarterback look elite. It's going to make Baker Mayfield look elite. He's a great quarterback, but it's going to make him look elite. So if you're a Browns fan and if you want to win the Super Bowl, this is how you do it. You sign Julio Jones, period. That is it. Boom. Sign your check. Send it off. You make it happen. Your defense is loaded up. You got Myles Garrett and Clowney. I still don't trust Clowney, but on paper, that looks insane. And on paper, offensively, if you have Julio Jones, that looks – I mean, you're using cheat codes now. You're using cheat codes. That's all there is.
I agree with you there, AJ, because the Browns this season realize that they have the best backups in positions when it comes to the NFL. So not only do they have Chubb, but they also have Kareem Hunt that had a great season this year coming back. And then not only do they have Njoku, he's still with the team, they have Hooper as their backup, like you said, and then they have good backup receivers. So I think Julio going to the team, I was iffy about it, but you know what? What the heck? Yes. Go to the Browns. It's a once-in-a-lifetime thing to see the Browns win a Super Bowl. I wouldn't mind seeing it this year, to just tell my great-grandkids that, hey, I actually saw this team win a Super Bowl. So that'd be great. I was alive that time. That's what I want to say. Go Browns. I got you. Benny, I hope you comment, and I hope you're watching.
Way to go, Brownies. Way to go.
Oh,
gosh. That was weird. I was not expecting for that to happen. But, yeah, if they want to go to the Super Bowl, this is how you do it. The time is now. Do I want to see them in the Super Bowl? No. But will that help Reed's bold prediction and having a 40 touchdowns and 8 interception ratio? Yes. That's how you do it. It's not going to happen, but that's how you take a step closer to that. All right, Reed.
There's nothing more to add. I mean, they're already an offensive juggernaut with just the backups they have. I know they have Kareem Hunt, like Gabe said. And they also have an upcoming receiver, too, that nobody really talks about, but he did his part this past year in Donovan Peoples-Jones. I mean, they have a good offense, and like you said, AJ, if they get Julio Jones, Baker Mayfield is going to look elite because it's crazy.
The only thing I'll say, the trade makes sense. He'll be a great addition to the Browns. But the problem I could see arise, all these guys sound great on paper, but how is the whole offense going to mesh together? How are they going to be coached to all play well together? How do you spread that ball around? You got 3 dominant receivers, all that have been on a team as the wide receiver 1, and now they're all playing on the same team. I mean, have we ever seen that before? I'm not sure.
But Reed, as you've gone through these last 2 years, you've seen both Odell Beckham and Jarvis Landry take a secondary approach. After the first year of being with the Browns, they were like, oh, I'm the big dog coming in. I'm the big dog. It's going to be all about me in this area. Let's go Brownies, all that stuff. And then that second year, they realized maybe I can't do that here. And they took the fact that the Browns are also a heavy running team. And they relied on that, and they came in when they needed to make catches. And that's why their record from the year that both Jarvis Landry and Odell Beckham Jr. came in were mediocre. But now, this past year, when they took that secondary approach as the dominant wide receiver, their record has been going up. So, I mean, they made playoffs. They did pretty good in the playoffs. But now they just need one more piece to make it fit. And I feel like Julio Jones won't come in thinking, even though he is an alpha receiver, he won't be the guy to be like, give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball. It's just going to be like, when I'm open, toss it up to me. I'll make plays for you. Other than that, let's go run this offense the way it's been running, and let's go win a championship.
I hope that happens. If you guys do get traded there, I hope that happens. But it definitely will create a challenge for the coaching staff and how they decide to approach three dominant wide receivers.
If the goal is to win the Super Bowl, that should not be a challenge to any player.
There you
Like
go.
it says, toss me the rock when I'm open. But you know these players aren't like that. You're right. You do know. And this is not the missing piece for them to win the Super Bowl. They're Super Bowl bound now. I believe so. They're Super Bowl bound now. But just like last year when OBJ got hurt, you saw how much they struggled with just Jarvis Landry. They need that depth. If they sign Julio Jones and let's just say they all stay healthy, it's just like you're going to a candy store with $500 in your pocket and you're 11 years old. You're picking and choosing wherever you want to go. If someone gets hurt, now you have $450 and you still got choices, you know?
There you go.
Yeah. There's still two dominant receivers left. So, I mean, that's perfectly enough. You get a backup receiver in there. He'll do his part in the slot or as a secondary wide receiver, and the other two will fit in just perfectly.
There you go, Vincent.
Yeah. Have two dominant receivers, a good tight end, and a great running game. Offensively, you're stacked up if you have a great offensive line because that's where every offense starts is in the trenches, and the offensive line does not get any respect that they deserve. So it starts there. If you don't have a great offensive line, you don't have a great offense.
Done.
Period.
There you go.
But yeah. And some of y'all might be thinking, what about the Cardinals? I mean, they just signed AJ Green. They got DeAndre Hopkins, Larry Fitzgerald. Stop you there. They don't have Larry Fitzgerald. He hasn't decided what he's going to do yet this year. So there's a chance where we don't see a three-headed monster this year. There's a huge chance. I'm talking about wide receiver core only. I'm not talking about including the tight end and including the running back. Wide receiver core only. It would be a dream for a QB to have a three-headed monster, and this could potentially happen.
Could be.
Yeah.
That's a good another team. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. So that's another exciting news that we are waiting for to see what Larry Fitzgerald is going to do this upcoming season. I mean, I don't know. He's a legend. He is. I mean, I understand. I don't like the Cardinals, but you got to respect the game. What a great guy. He's a great guy, too, off the field.
So consistent on and off the field, yeah.
Joseph Longoria, thank you for being the perfect example of a bandwagon fan. Tampa Bay all the way. The last time I talked to this guy, he was a Patriots fan, and that was before Tom Brady left. So, head scratcher there.
Yo, not so personal. Roasted fans. We don't care. There you
roasted.
Go. Boom, roasted. On to the next.
All right, on to the next, guys. But before we get to our number one, let's list off some honorable mentions. I want to give it up to the Rams as an honorable mention. I think that would be a great team. So, yeah, the Rams. Next will be the Indianapolis Colts. Believe it or not, guys, they are going to be a great team this year. And I even have a bold prediction for them, which I will say later on. But Julio Jones, he wants a QB who knows what he's doing. And I trust in Carson Wentz, but really, you don't know what you're getting this year. It's a whole new system. Whole new QB, honestly. So we'll see what happens there. And my last honorable mention, you guys probably saw this coming, the Baltimore Ravens. I was stuck on number 5, having either the Patriots or the Baltimore Ravens there. If you put Julio Jones on the Ravens, that's scary for any defense. That is very scary. I wouldn't want to mess with that. But going to number 1. Number 1. These guys here in the podcast, they don't know. They don't know what my number 1 is.
We haven't seen it.
Reed, Juan, you ruined it. Number one, I have Julio Jones not going to a team, but he's following Aaron Rodgers. Aaron freaking Rodgers. It doesn't matter where he's at. He's not going to stay with the Packers. That's for dang sure. For let's say in a scenario, he gets traded to the Denver Broncos.
There you go.
They also have enough cap space to sign Julio Jones. He wants to win. He wants to be with the all-time great quarterback. And what better quarterback to go to than Aaron Rodgers?
There you go.
Jeez, if you want to see a three-headed monster or a potential three-headed monster, you could have Julio Jones, Sutton, and Jared Judy. Ooh, that'd be fun. Let's go Broncos!
Yeah, you know what? The Broncos are gonna make a push with Aaron Rodgers this year. I feel it. I'm gonna go for it, India. I'm sorry.
What? No, what were you saying?
I see Reed disappointed. I think this is where a debate starts out with you and Reed. I'm gonna ring the bell.
Wait, hold up. I'm gonna say something before because Reed, he's fuming, dude. He's red. That guy's red. What Vince has said about Hard Knocks. That would be awesome. That would be a dream come true to see that. To see Hard Knocks with the Denver Broncos, see Jared Judy in second year, Von Miller coming back, Aaron Rodgers, Julio Jones.
Oh yeah,
gosh,
man. Broncos fans must be excited.
That's actually my choice, Mr. Benitez. I have the Washington Sandcastles, or what you call them, the Redskins. If you don't get that reference, it's in a past podcast. But the Redskins also have the cap space to do so. You get Aaron Rodgers, and you could also get Julio Jones. That would be a great predicament for the Redskins. I totally see you there. Sad day for Reed when Aaron Rodgers leaves the Cheeseheads. That could be tomorrow. That could be in 2 weeks. It happens after June 1st, which is today. So tomorrow, we'll let you all know. Follow our social medias, guys. We'll let you know. We'll give you a heads up.
There we go.
Oh, if you didn't see our last podcast, Mr. Benitez, their defense is disgusting. Yeah. Oh my! You have a lot to look forward to. They are taking that division. You heard it from here first. And if you don't already know, whatever comes out of my mouth, put some money on it. You'll become a multimillionaire, guaranteed.
The Broncos are taking the division.
The what?
The Broncos are taking the division.
No, the Redskins.
Oh,
we're in their colors. Look at that.
The Redskins taking it. We're gonna save that debate for another podcast. The Redskins.
We are. We're gonna save that debate. Yeah. Okay. That'll be next podcast. So stay tuned, you guys. Yeah. Right now, Reed's about to erupt, man. That guy is going to explode. Hey, thank you, Mr. Benitez, for staying here. Have a great rest of the day. Thank you again so much for what you did to La Feria. Juan Bravo says Cowboys every day. Stay tuned for the next podcast. Then we'll get into that. We'll get into it. Okay, Reed.
Ding, ding. Go for it, Reed. Let us hear it. I'm excited. Are y'all excited? I want to hear it. Let's go.
It just doesn't make sense. Okay. You guys know I haven't believed in Rodgers going to the Broncos just because I'm in denial, maybe. Whatever. Let's say it does happen. That'll be humongous trade. Humongous. They'll have to trade draft picks to us. They'll have to trade players to us, big name players. It's going to be a humongous trade. One of the biggest trades in NFL history, most likely. And then you're going to say they're also going to have enough to trade Julio Jones. Julio Jones doesn't get a say where he goes. It's wherever the Falcons want.
Okay.
This is just like a dream out there scenario. This isn't realistic, AJ. You put your number one as something that's not even realistic.
Woo. It's hot in here, boys.
Oh, is it my turn?
Yeah, go for it.
Tell me how it works.
Better simmer down over there, Reed. Woo!
Tell me.
Egg on top of your head right now. Dang. Hey, boy.
That's what I get done here. Bald? Are you calling me bald?
I'm saying you're heated. You're a hothead right now.
You're attacking old bald people out there right now?
No.
Wow.
Hey, just promise me this. After I spit this out, you're going to put some respect on my name, all right?
Okay. Let's hear it.
Put some respect.
All
right. Going back to, yes, he has a no trade. He does not have a no trade clause. So it doesn't matter where he wants to go. So Atlanta Falcons could be like, what team could offer me more? What team could offer me more? Yeah, they will offer the Packers a lot for Aaron Rodgers, but look at what they're offering the Atlanta Falcons right now. Only one team who has not been named has supposedly offered them a first-round draft pick, which what they are asking for. Other teams, they are offering a 2022 second-round draft pick and a 2022 fourth-round draft pick, for example, and that offer has been on the table for them. That's something they're looking forward to. Now, the Broncos could do something very similar to what the Niners, the Seahawks, the 15 other teams did. They give away all their draft capital. Leaving them with less than 5 picks, less than 3 picks for the next 2 years. Look at the Rams. They haven't had a first-round draft pick since Jared Goff. Goff.
Oh, yeah.
It's very possible for them to do it. They could offer the Packers a lot, and they could still offer the Atlanta Falcons a lot because they have a lot. Look at the past years. They haven't had not much production. It could happen, and you cannot tell me that I'm living in a dream when all these pro announcers, they're on TV, give almost the exact same scenario where that happens. So, yes, Aaron Rodgers and Julio Jones would be a dream that can become a reality, Reed.
Mm-hmm.
It's not.
Oh, how are you going to say it's not?
It's not.
How? Tell me how.
They're not going to do it.
Explain how is what we want.
A team is not going to be capable of making those 2 trades.
The Rams did it.
They're not going to be able to.
What I have, this is where I have a difficulty of understanding Reed's point of view, is why would you not accept anything right now? Obviously, Rodgers doesn't want to play there, and if he does, it's by a long shot. Why, keep tearing all this stuff down? Why not go out there and do what AJ's saying? Trade, get picks, get whatever the heck you can, the most out of Rodgers, and rebuild. Rebuild so that way you can find another Aaron Rodgers. That way you could go to the postseason again. Have more.
They're going to call his bluff. The Packers are going to call his bluff. He's going to sit out. If he's really serious about not playing with the Packers, he's going to sit out. And the Packers are going to call his bluff. I don't see them trading him in the next month. If they do trade him, I don't see it happening for the next month, in my opinion. They're going to continue to draw this out and try to get him to convince him to come back. That's what they have said. They have not haven't said anything about wanting to trade him. They could just be BSing and trying and just have given up by this point. I don't believe that they have. They're going to be stubborn and they're not going to try to trade him away. And then you're going to wait a whole. This is just what I'm saying. A couple weeks or a month. I see Julio trades happening in the next couple of days. AJ has already said it's going to happen in the next couple of days. By next week.
Here's a hypothetical, though. So,
give me your hypothetical.
If Rodgers stays in Green Bay, which you want, and you are dead set on him staying, like your mind is made that there's no way he's gonna leave. Do you see him playing there for the next 3 to 4 years and getting close to a championship? I know that he's been to the NFC Championship a few times within these past years. But with the players that you have right now and the way you guys are drafting players in the NFL draft for the next 3 or 4 years, if he stays and extends his contract, do you see yourself winning a championship?
Yes, and he's the best chances of us winning the championship in the next 10 years.
But you've had him already since your last championship, and the farthest that he's gone is the NFC Championship. And I can't say much about Russell Wilson and the Seahawks either because it's been 6-7 years since we won championship.
And 10 years for us. Yep.
Yeah. So this is my point. Right now is your best chance to get something for this guy. In the next 1 to 2 years, if he doesn't have MVP seasons like he just did, his luck is going down and you guys are just in the hole because you're going to lose him regardless when he retires. And you're not going to have any more draft capital from another team to add on to the draft capital you already have, which heightens your chance of drafting another Aaron Rodgers within the next 2 to 3 years.
He's our best chance. He's our best chance of winning a championship in the next 10 years.
He's also your best chance in destroying what you guys have. Look what he's doing to your team. He didn't show up for OTAs, and in result, your top 5 wide receivers didn't show up to OTAs.
They've already said that had nothing to do with Aaron Rodgers.
They said that, right? So they can't get fined. They can say whatever they want to say. I mean, you never know. You never know what's really going on. That probably is true, right? They didn't go because they don't want Jordan Love to freaking throw to them. I mean, come on.
I got one last thing. I said this the past 2. I mean, actually, all the podcasts I've said this. Reed, I know what you're feeling. Just gotta let it go. I've been there. I know. You just gotta let it go. I promise you, viewers, Reed's gonna let go in one of these podcasts.
It's not gonna happen.
And we will be there for him.
Be there for you, and not only us, our fans, our great, beautiful fans that we love so much that watch the podcast at 6 live every Monday. Besides today, they're going to be there for you too. I promise you.
They're going to be there for you, Reed. We are here for you.
I appreciate that. I still believe he's going to stay in Green Bay.
Oh, man, dude. Woo. Woo.
Woo.
I'll tell you what, though.
I got my heart beating too.
Tell you what, if we lived now and Joe Montana was playing now, he was with the Niners right now, and he wanted to be out, and in a way, it's not a total loss unless you're the New York Jets, the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Miami Dolphins. Once you receive all that draft capital for one player, make sure you put it to good use. That's what you could do. You could set up your whole future, Reed. So Green Bay won't ever die out. You can set it up. You've been spoiled, dude. Honestly, you've been spoiled. You had Brett Favre. Then immediately after that, you had Aaron Rodgers. Shame on you. Shame on you.
All those years weren't great, though, just to point that out, by the way.
I mean, all those years, you had a winning season. So shame on you.
No, we didn't.
Okay, let's say you didn't, right? But you always had the potential of having it. I can't say that for the Niners. I can't. Vincent can't say that for the Seahawks.
We had losing seasons with Brett Favre. That a lot of people forget about that. But
just like Gabe, he was spoiled. He even admitted last podcast. They had the team the decade. He was spoiled. He knew every year they had a chance to go to the Super Bowl.
Oh heck yeah! Yep. And the thing is, the Packers are gonna do what the Patriots did. Tom Brady wanted out that last year of his contract. He was iffy about coming back. We could have traded Brady for something amazing. And guess what? We didn't. And guess what? We had a losing season last year. We kind of lost our identity. We're trying to figure out another identity to get back to being the best team that New England can provide for the Patriots.
I see what you're saying, but it's a little bit different in my opinion. Rodgers has 3 years left on his contract. We've offered him the biggest NFL contract supposedly already to him that he has not signed. So I'm not denying that he doesn't. There's not troubles. I'm not denying that. Everyone knows that. But I do believe they're fixable at the end of the day. We've offered him the biggest contract, and the Packers organization is not the same as the Patriots organization. They work differently.
Okay, this is what we're going to do here. This is what we're going to do.
Okay.
No, this is fun. This is what we're going to do. Yeah. We got live viewers here, okay? Thank you to the 1,000 of viewers viewing right now. Make sure you like that follow button and like that subscribe button. But this is what we're going to do. Nothing has happened just yet. We're going to discuss amongst ourselves, and I want y'all to give us ideas too. If Aaron Rodgers stays with the Packers, have us do something or wear something live, such as wearing a chicken suit live on the podcast or eating the hottest wing. Hey.
I might die if I eat the hottest wing, actually.
Or eat the hottest wing and have it recorded and send it to our social media. Something like that amongst the styles. Yes, you will. Yes, you will.
I'll quit the podcast before that happens.
So admit it. So admit it that you think that Aaron Rodgers is going to get traded somewhere else.
I definitely think it's going to possibility. I can't deny that, but I definitely don't think it will happen.
Well, then take this opportunity to double down.
Because I might die if I eat the hottest wing. Vincent remembers last time I ate the hottest wing. Vincent remembers.
Reed.
Vincent was there.
This is a scenario. It could be anything. Look, Juan Bravo says, "Eat the hottest chip." I did that. I ate the hottest chip, and let me tell you right now, I threw up my insides. I was, I almost went to the hospital.
I didn't even eat the hottest wing, and I threw up my insides.
Okay.
It was in my mouth for 5 seconds, and I threw up my insides.
Then you do something as, like I said, you put on makeup for the whole podcast.
I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one.
You have to make this interesting.
I'll do the chicken suit.
Okay. All right. So something like that. Also, guys,
it.
you guys viewing, give us ideas, and we will announce it next podcast. If it hasn't happened, we'll announce it the next day on social media. Okay. So if Aaron Rodgers stays with the Packers, us three will do something. If he leaves the Packers, that guy right there, that guy who's in denial, who can't go through a breakup, will do something. All right. Just for the entertainment of y'all.
I'm okay with that.
Also,
good?
Shout out to Joseph.
We're all in agreements here, all of us?
Yes.
All right. It's going to be interesting here. Joseph Longoria says, you can't win with a sorry butt like Crabtree, LOL. Why you got to bring Crabtree up, man? He's not even in the league anymore. He's not. Come on, man. That was a pass interference. You know what I'm talking about. Moving on. We're moving on. We're not talking about this. We're done.
Another podcast.
Another podcast. But I do want to end off on the note amongst Aaron Rodgers that it won't affect him anyway financially. Let's say if he takes off the year, host Jeopardy, he's good financially. He's good. Next up, you guys, the viewers, have a chance on getting a giveaway. Because now it is time for Games Trivia.
That's my theme song. Trademark pending. So unfortunately, I think AJ got mixed up there. This is for a giveaway for us. The fans one is in next week. So fans, do your homework, please.
Hey, if I win, I give my prize to the fans.
There we go. Okay,
audible read because I won't.
There you go. So if you're ready, I'm ready. I'm gonna quiz these guys. They have a choice to pick either their favorite team question or a football question. So I have my hat right here. I have some names in it. I'm gonna pick a name. First name is not going to be the guy to answer the question, and that person is. AJ. AJ, unfortunately, you will not win a prize.
Oh.
All right. Who's going to be the winner? Chat, let me hear. I think it's going to be. It's right here. Reed.
He called it too. He called it.
Too bad. He doesn't know anything about the Packers, so he's probably going to get the question wrong. Anyways. All right, Reed, you have a choice. Do you want to go with a question that involves your team, or do you want to go with a question that involves the NFL?
Well, you kind of called me out that I don't know anything about the Packers, so I'll go with the team.
All right, Reed.
All right.
So we all know the Packers were the first team to ever win a Super Bowl in the Super Bowl era. What team did they beat the first 2 years they went to the Super Bowl?
The Chiefs. Or to get to the Super Bowl?
No, in the Super Bowl, excuse me.
In the Super Bowl, we beat the Chiefs.
Are you sure? This is your final chance to lock in your answer.
Are you talking about Super Bowl 1 or both Super Bowl and Super Bowl 2?
Both.
Both?
Yeah.
I don't remember actually the Super Bowl 2 who we beat. Super Bowl 1 was the Chiefs.
Okay.
Super Bowl 2. I don't remember. I'll go with Chiefs for both.
Wow. Juan Bravo gave it away. Reed, congratulations. You win a Not So Pro Chick-fil-A gift card.
It's for the fans.
For the fans. Congratulations. This is for you or the fans. Go ahead and give us a follow. The first person to give us a follow or to DM us in the group chat, in the Twitter, will win this Chick-fil-A gift card. We'll mail it out to you. I will personally fly out and give it to you by hand. and you get to meet one of us. I'll give you my autograph, whatever you want, pictures, whatever you want. I take you out to.
I think that's too easy. I think that's too easy to get that Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
I think it's way too easy.
Oh, do you want me to ask? You want another question?
No. I want to make it hard for these guys. I want them to earn it. I want to see if these guys are really listening to us. I want you guys, the viewers, whoever's watching, I don't care if you guys are watching this as a rerun, you still have a chance. Whatever social media platform you are on, whether it be Twitter or Facebook, at us at NSP Football, say, at NSP Football Talk, I want my Chick-fil-A now. All caps, now. Hashtag giveaway.
Hashtag thanks, Reed.
You got that? So at NSP Football Talk, I want my Chick-fil-A in all caps now. Hashtag giveaway. Hashtag thank you, Reed.
There you go.
That's how you get this.
And you have to be following us.
Well, yeah, of course. You guys have to be following us. If you guys aren't, sorry. No can do.
You guys want to know the football question?
Sure. Give us a football question.
All right. Amongst us, to answer first, I will personally take you out to dinner.
Ooh.
All right. So you have to raise your hand. These are the rules. You got to raise your hand, and I'll pick you. First person to raise your hand.
Hands on your desk.
To answer, okay? In 2016, who was the number 1 draft pick?
I don't know.
Hold
on. I saw Vincent first. Vincent, get your eyes and your hands off the keyboard. I saw you. Go for it, Vince. Who'd you say? Who do you got?
I have no idea, man. Wow.
Oh, what a waste of a raised hand. AJ? Oh, Reed. There you go. Reed.
Carson Wentz?
No. AJ.
Dude.
I know in 2017 it was Jadeveon Clowney. I know.
Oh, okay.
In 2017 it was Jadeveon Clowney. In 2016,
you said it earlier in the podcast.
I said it earlier in the podcast.
Yes, you said the team that drafted him.
Oh, I know it's not Johnny Football. That's too.
It's not him. I'll give you that.
All right. I'm going to say Blaine Gabbert.
No.
Oh, dang.
It looks like Reed, you still got a chance. No, you said something.
No, I messed up.
Vincent, I'll give you another chance since you didn't say a name. You just gave up.
He said it.
He said the team that he played for. He said this team hasn't had this in a while.
Wow, I have no idea.
All right, the team.
I'm so stupid. I just looked it up.
You gotta give me one more chance, dude. You gotta give me one more chance. Please. You gave Vince another chance.
I'm so dumb.
I never answered.
I have to give Reed another chance. So no.
I looked it up.
I'll get to dinner date with me and my luscious beard. It was Jared Goff with the Rams.
I knew it.
Dang it, dude.
I thought Carson Wentz was traded before. And he was picked before.
Oh, well. All right, guys. Before we sign off, I want to give you guys a quick update what's going on in the NFL right now. There's a chance for Delanie Walker to come back. He opted out of last year, so the tight end, Delanie Walker, who had a great season in 2019 with the Titans, could be coming back. He is currently working out with the 49ers. The Houston Texans have signed Rex Burkhead. So Rex Burkhead will still be in the league as a Houston Texan. So sorry to end your career there. I apologize, Rex. Another thing, kind of not relating to Aaron Rodgers, but very similar. We have Tom Brady. He does not show up for OTAs to hold his own private workouts. And his excuse was, or reasoning was, to build more of a team relationship. So those are your headlines for today, you guys.
I also heard that Brady is dealing with an injury, his ankle or something, and apparently it's not gonna. They haven't said it's gonna hurt him for the regular season, but apparently during practice for training camps and stuff, that he's gonna be coaching or something. I didn't look. I just saw the headline. I didn't get to see what actually happened, but that's just what I saw.
Okay, you guys. Also, I will be posting on the NSP Football Talk Twitter and on Facebook the question here, and you guys feel free to answer. I want to hear y'all's opinions on this one. Okay, this is a bold prediction. If the Baltimore Ravens get Julio Jones, does that put Lamar Jackson back in the MVP picture? That's my question to y'all. I'm going to be posting it on my social medias, on Facebook and on Twitter. So feel free to answer. Just give your honest opinion. I want to hear y'all's feedback. You guys have anything else to say?
No, shout out to Joseph. During the podcast, he did tweet out, "In and Out is the first step to being success in life." So Reed, take it as advice.
Unfollow that guy.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. Thank you all so much for being here. Remember, subscribe to our YouTube channel and go ahead and follow us on Facebook and Twitter. It helps out a whole bunch. Follow our Facebook page. Thank you all so much for being here. We do appreciate you guys. And until next time, you guys, just keep on